Steinbeck author grid research assignment. So not a whole lot here, but it is a Google Slides. So if you click on the assignment itself, it'll bring you up with something that looks like this, okay? And you're going to click it, and it's going to take you out to a Google slide, okay? And this is going to be an assignment format that we use throughout the year. So it's going to be useful for you to kind of understand how these work. You're going to know the things that you need to fill in here by whether or not they have red boxes around them. So you're going to notice first that this is really, really zoomed out, and it's so zoomed out that I can't really see it. So the way that you can fix that is by going right here to the zoom button. So this little magnifying glass here, and you can zoom, and then you can click on it until it zooms in where it needs to go, and then you can click it back off. Or you can go to view by clicking up here where my mouse is at view, and then going down to zoom, and then you can click whichever order that you want this to be in. So that's what 50% looks like, and that's still a little too small for me, so I'm going to go to 100%, and then I think that's much more manageable. Okay, so this assignment is going to ask you to go over and do some research. So this picture of this fellow over here is John Steinbeck, and he is the author of Mice and Men, which is the book that we're going to be reading. So my first piece of information that I need to find out about Steinbeck is his date of birth. So to do that, I'm just going to go over here and I'm going to type in John Steinbeck into Google, and we can just use the Wikipedia page. Okay, shh, don't tell anybody that we're using Wikipedia. I know it's considered an unreliable source, but that's only for like real research papers. And this is just a little activity to kind of get us introduced to him. So our date of his birth is February 27th, 1902. Okay, so I have that piece of information. I'm going to go back here, back to my assignment. And so notice that when I wanted to type in here, if I click it once, it's going to bring these blue bars up around, and that's going to let me shrink and resize and move these around. And I don't want to do that. Okay, I want to type in here. So to do that, I'm going to double click. Okay, so for this one, I'm going to do February, and that's the second month, 27th, I think, right? Yep, February 27th. And then 1902. And then for his date of death, that's going to be the second date here, December 20th, 1968. Okay, so I'm going to do 12/20/1968. And it's really as simple as that, okay? Now you might run into some situations here where you're going to need more room to kind of explain the things that you need to explain. Okay, so let's say that I'm going to go down here and I'm going to explain his cause of death. So let's go back over to my Wikipedia article, and let's go to the section over here about his death, and it's going to take me down here, and it says he died in New York City of heart disease and congestive heart failure. He was 66. Okay, so cause of death, congestive heart failure and heart disease. Okay, and just because I'm trying to show you what happens if you go over your text box here, we can make it a little bit longer. So let's add some stuff. He was a lifelong smoker. Okay, so you're going to see here how my text box wasn't quite big enough for the things that I wanted to put in it. So to fix that, all I have to do is click on it and then click this little, well, I have to highlight all of my text first. Okay, so you can do that by clicking and dragging. See how my mouse changes whenever I hover over different things? That's going to be really important. So if it's a cursor like this, then that means I'm selecting text. And if it turns into the arrows, that means that I'm going to be moving my text box. And I don't want to do that because I already put the text boxes where they need to go. So I'm going to highlight my text to change its size. And then I'm going to click this little minus button. And I'm going to minus it until it fits into my text box, just like that. Okay. And then what I need you to do for the rest of this is just go through and answer all of these different fields. And some of them are going to ask you for where you got your information from, and you can just copy and paste the web addresses there. Okay. And that is how you're going to complete this assignment. And on your all screen in the upper right hand corner, you should have a blue button that says turn in or submit. Click that, and that will let me know that your assignment is done and I can go ahead and grade it. Okay. If you guys have any questions, please feel free to reach out to me and ask. I'll be happy to help you. Okay. But that's what we're doing for the Steinbeck author grid here.